of Davis, Blanchard, and Dawkins certainly have produced victory. Welcome to Michie Stadium at West Point, home of the Black Knights of the Hudson. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. So the Army Black Knights return man Hartley helped out the offense with that one. And here comes their veteran leader. He has been through the battle, guys, and there are plenty of expectations this season.
Yeah, and there should be expectations. This guy's been around a long time, knows the systems, knows the players. Everybody's going to have to believe in him for this year to be a big success.
Yeah, David, there's just no substitution for experience, right? This guy has played so many snaps. He's seen it all. No doubt they need him to play at a high level.
From the 20, it's second and short. They just need a couple. DB's right up on the receivers. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Oklahoma's offense will go to work for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Not really looking to score threes. It would have been a 50-yard field goal attempt. The offense trying to convert on fourth down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow to give up the fourth down run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He wants to throw. Oh, and It's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He makes the catch. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Got room at the 35. He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Army!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
It leads to second down.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, wants to throw it. He's going up top. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown Sooners. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, no fancy nickname for the Michigan-Notre Dame rivalry. I'm not sure it needs one, given how great it's been over the years. Here's how today's game finished up. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now the play fake. The ball is out behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Black Knights send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return. Make the fair catch. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
On second down, looking again to throw. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The Sooners want to move quickly. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Movement here from the tight end. Smashes through. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooner! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Oklahoma 21, Army 7.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Works the middle of the field. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quick. And the quarterback is snowed under. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now, and he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation.
And that pass picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 1 more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Black Knights will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They had the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the returner will be knocked down. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. The give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Fires and picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. Fires one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score. Oklahoma 28, Army.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again.
Picked off. And he's still running after the move. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners. And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma 35, Army 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On third down, going up top. A strike downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to this position.
Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. This offense has a second down play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Still on his feet at the 45. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Black Knights are on the move. The corners are walked up tight. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Looking for space. It's Henderson. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They'll try to get it through the air. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Black Knights! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Texas Tech is getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Lubbock. That fan base should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 17 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the tailback. Open space at the 25. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Sooners are threatening in the red zone. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. fourth down's coming.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. He's going to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. They're bringing heat. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up. Football, give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll run the quarterback sneak. Touchdown Sooners! And the pummeling has started. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak.
Army, 14.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
1st down for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And this defense has put a game to... It's hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Black Knights line up to punt it away. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They'll run the counter. Final minute, this game's on up. Off he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the punishment has been extended.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Here's a throw downfield late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's going to go down as time has run out. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at it any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.